Walter, next time, don't fly near a cricket game. I know it's your favourite game, and you can get a better view from above, but you can't risk getting hit by one of the balls. Look where it's gotten you. Don't worry, Walter, I'll take care of you. Oh look, all of our friends are here for the show. Hi everyone, can you all tell Walter to please be careful? Are you well enough to start the show? Okay, good. Let's see what Buckle sent us today. There it is. I'm gonna go get the box. Okay, Walter, let's see what I got today. Whoa, look at the craft, everybody. It says, God helps me do what's right. Yeah, that's right. It looks like it's a fireplace. I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty cool. Okay, let's check out the mystery item. Whoa! It's a jar of marshmallows. I love marshmallows. Hopefully we can roast these over a fire. But to find out why they're a mystery item, we gotta check out the rest of the show.
Hey Link crew, Buckle here, and today we're looking at a really interesting story in the Bible about a time that God did a miracle so that people would know who they could trust, who they could listen to know the best way to live their lives. And so I've got a little bit of a story for you. Have you ever had a time where maybe you've had two different people asking you to do two different things, and you know that one of those things is the right thing to do and one of those things is the wrong thing to do, and you've got to choose who to follow. Now, when I was in school, one of the teachers set up a scavenger hunt. It was really fun. And so the teacher would give us a clue, and it would say the next clue is hidden in the place where you build math. And so I was like, wait, how do you build math? Isn't math when you do like 1 + 1 or 3 + 3? But then I remembered that in the corner of the room, we had math building blocks, and they would help us to learn our numbers. And so me and our friends, we ran over to that corner of the room, and sure enough, hidden behind the blocks was the next clue. Now, the thing was, this was a team challenge. We were working in teams of 3. And so we would have 3 of us together, and it was going to be the first team to find all the clues was going to get a prize. But we got to the next clue and we read it, and it was a little bit weird. I didn't quite understand. But my 2 friends who were in my group, one of my friends said, I think the next clue is in this place. So he read the clue and he thought it was one way. And then I had another friend who read the clue and said he thought it was the other way. So I listened to what they both said, and I was like, you know what? I think my second friend is right. You are telling me the truth. I think you are right. Let's go there. But my other friend was like, no, don't go there. That's wrong. But we were both sure now that that was where we were meant to go, that that was the right way. But our other friend was like, no, you're wrong. You're going to lose. You have to follow me. Come this way. And we're like, no, you're wrong. We think you've misread the clue. You're going the wrong way. And he said, no, follow me. And so instead of going the way we realized was the right way, we went the wrong way. And we went to where our friend said, and there was no clue there. And then eventually we went back to where we thought, and there was the clue, but by then we lost. Another team had already finished. You see, that's what it's like in our lives, that when we listen to people that tell us what to do, we have to choose. Do we think those people are telling us the right way to go, or are those people telling us the wrong way to go? And so we're going to take a look at a story in the Bible in just a minute of a time where God helped the people of Israel know the right way to go. But we'll talk about that in just a minute.
Wow, that was such an amazing message. But I'm really excited to show you my craft. Have a look. So I colored in the fire red and orange, and then this big fire red. And then on the bricks, I did brown and I did some gray. And inside the box at the bottom, I did an orange outline. And the word says, God helps me do what's right. So I haven't cut mine out. But when you guys cut yours out, you can glue the fire onto the altar. And you can get some colored paper, you can cut little pieces off and glue them as well so it looks like more fire. How cool is that? And I can't wait to see what you all do. If you want us to see what you've made, get your teacher or your parent to take a photo of it and to send it into our email. hear the Bible story. Walter, are you ready? Okay, let's listen up.
This is Elijah, one of Israel's prophets. But during Elijah's time, the king of Israel, King Ahab, was one of the worst kings. He led the people away from God, and instead they were worshipping a false god named Baal. God wanted Elijah to tell the Israelites to stop doing the wrong thing and instead turn back to worship God. But because of the king's wickedness, a drought covered the whole land and food was hard to find. King Ahab went to see Elijah and he said, "What trouble have you caused for Israel?" But Elijah said, "It's not me that's done this, it's your wickedness." And so Elijah set a challenge. He said, "Bring all of the people of Israel to Mount Carmel and bring all of your prophets to your false god Baal, and we will find out once and for all who is stronger, your God or mine." And so the king agreed. They all gathered at the top of the mountain, and Elijah had them build 2 piles of wood. Elijah said, "You, prophets of Baal, go first. Call out to your false god. Have him light your pile of wood on fire." And so in the morning, they began. They were calling out on the name of their false god, saying, "Baal, answer us, light this wood on fire." They yelled and shouted more and more, but from morning until noon, nothing happened. They started to dance around the pile, hoping that that would help, but no matter how loud they shouted and no matter how much they danced, all the way from morning until the afternoon, nothing happened. Now it was Elijah's turn. He said to the people, "Go down to the river and grab buckets of water. I want you to cover this wood and make it wet." And so they did it. He said, "Go again, get more water." And they went 3 times until the wood was soaked. Then Elijah stepped forward and prayed. He said, "Lord God, the God of Abraham and Isaac, let it be known that you are the true God in Israel and that I, your servant, have done what you've asked. Answer me so that these people will know that you are God." When he finished praying, fire fell from heaven. It consumed the wood, and the people realized that God was the one true God. This is such an interesting story because there's these 2 people that are trying to tell the Israelites the right way to live. One group are trying to tell the Israelites the wrong way. They're trying to get them to worship a false god and not do what God wanted them to do. And then Elijah was helping the people to follow God the right way. And the people were like, "Well, who do we follow?" And so Elijah did a test. He said, "Well, let's see who is the true God." And so the first group, they tried hard, but nothing happened. But then when Elijah said, "God, show these people that you are the true God," God put fire down from heaven and did a miracle to show that that was the right way to go, to follow the true God. And that's why I sent Isla the marshmallows, because when there's fire, I like eating marshmallows. It's a fun way to remember the Bible story. But did you know that that's what the Bible is for us? That when we read our Bible, it's God showing us the way that we're meant to live, what the right choices are that we can make, that we should obey our teachers, that we should obey our parents, that we should be kind to our friends. And so every day you have a choice, just like Elijah. Are you going to listen to what God says and do your best to live the way that He wants you to live? So I hope you're paying attention to the Bible story. But right now, let's go back to Isla and see what she has in store for you next.
Buckle always tells us amazing stories. I'm so glad to have God in my life. The marshmallows make so much sense now. Walter! I think Walter agrees now. Do you know what it's time for, Walter? That's right, the Bible quiz! How this works is I'm going to ask you a question, and if you think the first answer is correct, put your hands on your head. And if you think the second answer is correct, put your hands on your shoulders. Question number 1. Which mountain did Elijah tell the people of Israel to go to? Was it Mount Wellington or Carmel? You got 5 seconds. If you put your hands on your shoulders, you're correct. Okay, question number 2. How many stones did Elijah collect for the altar? Did he collect 12 stones or 34? You got 5 seconds. If you put your hands on your head, you're correct. Okay, question number 3. What altar lit on fire? Was it Baal's altar or was it God's altar? You got 5 seconds. If you put your hands on your shoulders, you're correct. How many did you all get right? Walter, you got all 3? Good job. I hope all of you guys got 3 too. If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. You're right, Walter. It is the end of the show. It's okay. We'll be back next week. I'm Isla, and I'll see you next week on The Link Show. Bye.